Good morning, welcome back to the zombie apocalypse here in the Curse of Knox Country playthrough. We're about to hit day 15. The new curse is that we gotta use zombie weapons. Any weapons we find on zombies, we gotta use them right away until they break. And keep track, because 20 weapons is the limit and then the curse is broken. Not excited about that. What I am excited about is that we are really close to getting a fitness level up. Somewhat close. Actually, even closer to getting another strength level up. Which is going to be very nice. Yeah, maintenance, whatever. We could read the maintenance book, then it goes even faster, but it's going fast enough. We don't have time to read. Now, at the end of the previous day, we had a little bit of a house alarm over here, which lured probably half of Fallas Lake to this area. So what I was thinking about doing, let's just say I had an idea of a plan to kind of, first of all, scout out the whole town, drive around a little bit, see where big zombie hordes are, see where survivor houses are, that kind of stuff. And most importantly, since we have a higher percentage of house alarms, and car alarms for that matter, and zombies have the ability to trigger those, maybe we can trigger a house alarm on the other end of town and not have to worry about the big horde here in the south. So yeah, we're gonna do a little bit of a road trip, and obviously, since the game knew that was my plan today, it said, yeah, how about have some fog. You'd think it's light fog, it's probably gonna turn into bad fog. Sooner rather than later. No, this is not a... Is this a road? No. Yeah, I like and I also really hate the new trees. It's of course so much more variety, right? Not having all small dinky little trees. And also getting more wood from the trees and more like special branches and all of that kind of stuff. But holy crap, are they in the way? If this is the best idea, driving up here. There's this little road construction site thing, and the road is blocked. I think you can get out of it. The tree is obviously right in the way. You just hold right click. I think we can squeeze through. That is the school, or I don't know, elementary school, kindergarten, something like that, primary school. There's a duffelback zombie. Thankfully, we no longer care about that. Wish I had something like the Geo Metro, yeah. Now this is an abandoned building, this is not even a survivor house. Station is definitely looking like a gas station, yes. A little bit hard to maneuver here with that fog. So the plan of triggering a house alarm somewhere so that the zombies leave the southern part of town and come up north, so far didn't quite work out. So the most reasonable thing to do is to drive down some shady backwater gravel road here. No, this is actually not. Turns out this is actually not a good idea at all. It's very quickly turning into a terrible idea. I don't want to have to drive back to Echo Creek whenever I need to refuel my car. That's my current thought process here. Oh, what is... This actually is something that can be harvested. It's just... Okay. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna drive around. Do a loop-de-loop. I don't want to go back the way I came. A little bit of a longer trip, and I think I might just save you most of this foggy trip by pressing the magical edit button. Well, would you look at that? I mean, it's still cool, you know. So that's probably a survivor group. Although our need for backpacks and our need for books from a survivor group backpack, it's kind of been reduced lately, but hey, it's there. I'm gonna clear it out. I do see a couple weapons sticking in zombies. Definitely hatchet here, and our survivor zombie usually has something. I'm glad I'm not doing the shouting anymore. Oh, well, why did I even check? There we are. Weapon number 1, the kitchen knife. Strength level up. Wonderful. And this kitchen knife's lasting longer than I would have expected. Like, kitchen knives I always have saved in my memory as... Yeah, you're lucky if you can kill 1 zombie, let alone 2. Alright, meat cleaver, you're next on the list, but you gotta wait. This is a kitchen knife stream now. You can equip a pencil as a weapon. That technically fits the category. We're just talking melee weapons. just want to make that clear. I'm not gonna start blasting a random shotgun that I find on a zombie. I guess I should have made that clear from the get-go, that this was about melee weapons. Oh, that was okay. That was the pencil. Hey, maybe we have a used pencil, but I don't think it should count for the 20 weapons, because that's just too quick. Survivor zombie kills. Yeah. Using all these weapon categories that we're not familiar with, of course, causes a bunch of muscle strain. E to the nothing. Broken. Okay, we got a bunch of weapons here from this guy. Gonna throw away the books that I've marked as already found. And I don't think I have a whetstone. I don't think he had a whetstone. No. This might limit the life duration. Mostly unloaded our trunk. Smoke. We rest. Move on. Research craft recipe. Man, I almost want to use that preserve that clap hammer, so we have a tool to mine mineral deposits. Maybe we just, use it until it breaks, and then we can pick up the clap hammer hat. Make a new one at home. Basically doubled our fitness there. It's never gonna be this easy again. Might even also get a level up here an X skill. Clear pen can be used as a weapon. And supposedly it's mightier than the sword. So, we are now on the road south leading to the good old Pony Roman place. I'm not even sure if there was any change to that. I think things pretty much still the same. These houses here still look the same. Two very basic vanilla vehicles here. Not the basic modded vehicle here. Alright, alright. We should be coming up to our little Turkey intersection here in a second. That's a little bit of a longer drive. It's just looking like a giant cabbage field, but this is again not actually harvestable stuff. I think this counts as Akron, so we might as well kill a couple zombies while we're here. Why am I saying Akron? Fallas Lake. Yeah, you know, if you're new to Project Zomboid, back in the days, nobody knew what this town in the middle of the map was called. And some in the community were looking at maps from Kentucky and said, oh, that looks like that could be Akron. So they called it Akron. And at some points the developers said, no, this is not Akron. We're gonna add Akron somewhere else on the map later, but this is not Akron. So there were wild speculation videos on what this town actually is, and at some point, like, some of the towns are based on actual towns in Kentucky, some of the towns are just made up. Right, if you look on the map, stuff like Brandenburg, Akron, Irvington, West Point actually exist. Rosewood, Riverside are completely made up for the game. Surprised that this is not a... Oh, okay, it's really broken field hockey stick. Alright, I see how it's not a two-handed weapon. Maybe we can even... Wait. Let's attach you... No, I don't want to attach you in the back. You can't be attached. And it's a giant field. I haven't even seen that so far. Imagine if this was an actual cabbage field. You know I would be trying to harvest as much as possible. You spend 3 in-game weeks just harvesting cabbages and bring them home. And collecting freezers, and then the power goes out. Yeah, still these kind of hitches a little bit, so I don't know. I don't know why that keeps happening. I need to figure out what's up with that. could be mod related. There's a few things in the game. There was a hot fix today, which hot broke a bunch of stuff. So, this is, I think, kinda, you know, the chicken place in Echo Creek? This is, say, we've got a chicken place at home. Not as big, not as nicely fenced in, not such a nice main house, but hey, you got a couple chicken coops, so high chance for chickens to spawn in this area. Looks like we do have at least 2 of these pens with chickens. And an actually low amount of zombies here, that's... It's getting a lot of key keys today that are not keys to anything. On the ground outside, lots of them actually. Does that mean your hutch is completely full already, or are you just... No, check your hutch. Just one. Okay, practically speaking, why can I not click on it? Oh. I don't think you can V-menu the hatches, no? That is odd. We'll take... Maybe... Okay, let's be responsible. Egg thieves, right? Check the eggs. So if an egg has an encumbrance higher than 0.1, then it's actually a fertilized egg. Well, anyway. Oh, this all counts as one zone. So when it says hutches are only one, so maybe this only counts as a hutch and the other one doesn't? I wish I could disassemble a piece of the fence so the poor chickens can all reach that one hutch. Because I'm fairly certain you can't rotate hutches like that when you're building them. They always have to be in this placement. That's why these ones I can't even click on. Ah, what else do we have here? I'm not sure also why the feeding troughs are outside the chicken area. That seems very inefficient. At least if you want to feed the chickens. Oh, there's a little bit industrial zone. Let's check the barn, check the main house. Give me the cheese club. And then some random book here. Animal Care 5. Double-handed. Yes, planks. Planks. This is a nice house, though. Gotta give him that. Very nice looking house. Very nice that it doesn't have an alarm. Hey! Stuart unlock scrapyard. Well, too familiar with that one. That's the one in Irvington. Here with holy shit. Okay. Loaded. We might have to bring the car over and loot some of this stuff. For reasons. How do I get in that part of the house? Ooh, actually, I'm thinking we're taking that mini freezer with us. Let's make a separate little unit here. Somebody to live in. What a nice window for the bedroom. Not so. I don't know if I would like this kind of huge window on a when I'm on the shitter, but here again, you know, for an office, beautiful. Lunchbox here. Maybe about the rotten stuff, but the not rotten stuff, I'll take that. GGE Corp building. Oh, look at that. Our base from the firearms, well, no melee run. Cardinal Plaza. What's that? Is that LV? Yeah. Okay. Oh, I think we already found that one. That's behind the Louisville Hospital. Not convinced that's the kind of office space that I'm looking for. Exhausting little looting adventure. No surprises here, please. It's in the handbag. Do I need to start looting handbags for the chance of them having cigarettes in the handbag? Probably. Talking about cigarettes. Let's smoke, see if we can get into the basement. We cannot. I can't disassemble a door without a saw, or is it a screwdriver? I'm missing screwdriver. Let's check what we have in the car. Oh, no screwdriver in our vehicle. Yeah, leave all this stuff here to rot. Not the counter. The chest freezer, please. So my main thought process here, this is less gonna use less power than the big popsicle freezer. And I want some extra storage space just in case we pick up a million sunflowers from somewhere. Then a quick loot trip here. I'm just gonna grab all the snacks and spirits. Okay, I'll grab the short beds also. A couple short beds, not a bad find. Bridge here. This is just a special loot project for reasons. No, that was an excellent idea for one of the curses, which would require us to have ample of alcohol reserves. I did read up on the, so apparently this is some sort of, you know, little base game issue that then kills the animations. There's two ways you can avoid that. First of all, don't move too far away from your vehicle, because it's not loading the vehicle state correctly when you like leave the area of your vehicle and come back to it. So the two options you have, if that bothers you too much when you're playing, is, well, either don't move too far away from your vehicle, stay close, or turn off your vehicle. So this only affects vehicles with the engine running. But I'm so used to always keep my engine running that this is incredibly hard for me to not have it running the whole time. Now, I'm still curious where these turkeys were coming from, because I did not see any animal trailers. And I didn't think, oh well, yeah. I think they say they added wild turkeys in the stable. So maybe that's just technically wild turkeys, although they kind of seemed very, very domesticated and docile. Well, anyway, I think we're gonna push up this street a little bit more and see See how things are looking. Because technically there was still the second half of that survivor house. The survivor house slash bookstore. But we didn't even get into. So, a little bit out of breath here. So, what I'm surprised by is that this gate here is still unbroken. So any zombies that were attracted to the house alarm never actually made it past this fence line that you see there behind the houses. Window broke. Oh, window from the laundromat. Any second now. There we go. Somebody's attacking a window somewhere. Hope it's not one of these two. Well, the zombie didn't fall in. I didn't hear them fall inside. Probably moving on now to destroy that window. No, now somebody's fell in. I definitely heard a zombie falling through a window. Or over a fence. Let's see if we can get a couple more kills in. So this is our third weapon only, right? We had the kitchen knife, we had the meat cleaver, and this was the hockey stick. Technically, scissors are a weapon. Alright, first of all, you're incredibly rude. Turns out the pen is really not that mighty. Not mighty at all. Certainly not mightier than the club hammer. It bonked. So, pop them scissors. Weren't they here? I think they were in this group. Did I have checked this before, Bam? Alright, Papama is a not terrible weapon. Biggest downside of that thing is really just the weight. I'm fully expecting to go out of breath here soon again. A big miss. That always costs extra. Not sure how much daylight. Well, daylight we probably have 2 hours left, but how much more like character light I have left in me. I think we got up around 6. So I would expect to not get tired before 10, since we're wakeful, right, as usual. Gotta get some stuff done during the day, so wakeful is my choice there. I think this would have been, if I hadn't found the survivor group and the weapons from the survivor zombie, we wouldn't have had many weapons to fight with today. It would have been mostly a day of, yeah, usual weapons kind of stuff. Okay, it's a little bit more busy, that side road. Oh, it's very busy. I should be pulling 6 zombies at the same time. Alright, first things first. Give me some of those tasty beta blockers. Yeah. Let's see where that is, but I also don't want to get murdered here. There, a turkey again running. Let's say Alright, map check. This might have been this house directly, like something over here. Like this or this house. Like still, again, this, man. I'm pulling in more and more. I could go upstairs in the bookstore. I could probably see on the other side of the fence what's happening. Maybe that's what we do. Don't think we have aggro from a zombie right now. Me? No, now to me it sounds more directly north. The police station. I would say that's definitely the police station. Because everybody is hammering on the doors of the police station. You know what we're gonna do here? First of all, we check how far away did I park. Yeah, I guess we're not getting into the Survivor House bookstore again today. I guess that was my initial plan, right? Trigger a house alarm that pulls the zombies away from the current house alarm. Just, you know, not quite the result I had in mind. Do have one more plan for today. Better or worse. Yoink. Don't have an animal trailer. But we do have a lab. Not my corner. This is my corner. Hey, I think it probably stopped raining very quickly, but then again, I don't think these things drink a lot. Can we... Let me just sit here for a second. We already built a hutch. Yes. No, I think we turn this little fenced-in area. First of all, we turn it into an animal zone to begin with. And we turn it from a farming zone into an animal zone, yeah. just remove this also. Oh, what do we need for the hutch? 5 planks, 5 nails. And hopefully it's still bright enough here. I think I want to... Yeah, let's have it here in the front. A little bit too cramped here in my taste, in my opinion. There we go. Open that up for you. Well fed, not thirsty. Yeah, we can bring in the others one at a time as we move along here. This way, that way. Meter blocker. Gathering stuff. And we have a whole bunch of food stuff in here. Oh yeah, and we have still some stuff in the car. Alright. Well, that was a successful day, I'd say. Most importantly, getting that level up. Water is still on. Power is still on. We are coming now to 16 days survived, so power will go off sooner or later. Let's see. Let's take a final look here. Yeah, muscle strain, of course, on the right hand, because we're using a weapon we're not used to. All right, the short blunt, the short blade, the axe. This all everything kind of low strength, low level weapon, and muscle strain scales with your weapon expertise. Thankfully, we haven't found any spears. But yeah. Got that fitness level, got that strength level, got that maintenance level. So we're working, we're progressing. It's going somewhere. We can hold a whole 8 now here in carry capacity. That's a luxury. We'll see where we go from here in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.